Oh boy, I can't wait to do some toy reviews, and I'm so desperate, I can't wait for it. Well, yes, in this video, this one's actually going to be very different. We've actually got a whole bunch of changes here. We've got Thomas pulling a much long freight train here, or cargo train. I'm pretty sure it's almost exactly the same as what Luke pulled in a previous video, but this one's going to be completely different in the way I make videos. Oh, Thomas has came off the rails here. Actually, I might turn the camera to where Thomas is. He's came off the rails though. I'm going to move towards where Thomas is. Along the way though, I'm going to speak a bit softly though, because there's some neighbours outside. And I've got the windows open because it's actually quite humid today. In fact, it's also humid inside as well. It's been a humid day as well, to be quite honest. Very warm indeed. But in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at some flip-up toys. And not only that, I'm actually going to speak a little bit normal this time, because I was a bit too intense in previous videos, and I feel like, well, it's time to step my intensity away and just take a break. And mind you, it's actually looking a lot much more nicer than what we obviously heard of from before. I don't know if there's going to be any jump cuts in this video, because I don't know if it's going to be like the video that I did on the 2nd of June, which was a fantastic success. But I'm going to start off with one of the first flip-up products that is based upon, you know what it is. Do you know the way? Well, who knows the way? Well, it's this product here, which looks like it's already starting to be unpacked, and Thomas has came off the rails. Yes, I'm just going to re-rail him now. Let me just do a jump cut. It's, of course, Knuckles the Echidna. And not only that, this product here is called the Cargo Rafting Echidnas 5-pack, which is obviously paddleless. And I'm pretty sure it's more likely to do with a cargo boat or raft carrying 2 Master Emeralds and 2 Echidnas, and it costs about £10.50 because it's got some Echidnas in it, of course. And it looks quite nice. You get some Echidnas, there's 2 of them there. Do you know the way? Well, he knows the way. And you get some Master Emeralds in there, which I think is a very different colour to the other emeralds I did in the previous video. Maybe I should probably make some more of these Knuckles the Echidna themed products here, because I'm pretty sure, oh my goodness me, I'm pretty sure there'll be people thinking, oh wow, look how many pictures of Knuckles can we see in this whole video. Well, you know what guys, I'm going to go ahead and unpack this as quick as this sounds. My goodness me, this packaging has actually been a bit cruddy. So here's one of the Master Emeralds there. It's a very different shade of green. Looks pretty diamondy. Okay, I could load it onto Thomas later on, perhaps. Sooner or later, of course. Lay it there. And there's another one there. Reminds me of an ice cream cone, by the looks of it though. It looks like it's already flat, the bottom part. I mean the top part, sorry. Yeah, I mean this section here, I'm actually referring to that section there. Maybe you could probably make this as like some weird hat thing. I don't know, it looks just weird. But it's supposed to be an emerald like the other one. It can sit there, and that can sit there as well. Let's get the Echidnas out and see what we have. There's actually 2 different variations, so even though these 2 look the same, they've actually got 2 different nose variations and 2 different eye variations. So this one's much bigger and much more chunkier, but it's also got a very big nose, that Knuckles here. And it looks quite interesting to look at. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, didn't mean to be very cruel to you, eh, Knuckles? Oh, alright, eh? It looks quite nice. Very similar in design to those hedgehogs I've looked at, and also the other Uganda Knuckles toys that I've looked at. Remember I did the videos of Do You Know That Way? Well, I certainly did, on the 2nd of June. Well, he's going to protect the Master Emerald. And oh no, Thomas has came off the rails again. Let me just re-rail him. Luckily I don't have my face shown here today though, because normally I don't like my face to be shown on my videos though. And oh no, let me just put that Echidna here, and I get Thomas re-railed as I'm making this part of the video here. Oh my goodness me, hopefully it's going to be one take. One take for a video like this. I don't know if it's going to be like the 2nd of June, because I did it so well that I had to make so many clips of it. And I'm not familiar with these types of videos on my YouTube channel, of course. Rarely I ever, produce these. Oh, let's not forget the raft that comes with it. Looks like a very weird, well, quite a very cheap looking raft. Just a very soft piece of paper. Nasty. Well, how would you say it's not like slash piece of paper rubbish? Perhaps this piece of paper could be pretty useful because it can float on water. Well, it could probably, be remaining itself as a bit useless, as I would say. Could be terrible build quality, but we don't know. But anyways, I'm just going to load these emeralds, and we're going to load the knuckles. The Ugandan knuckle crew, or the Knuckles crew. That's what I like to call it, I'm being a bit of a mean person here. Oh my goodness me. If Knuckles looks at that outdated meme, mind you, he's gonna draw the damn line. Well, maybe not load them onto the train as I would expect. Oh, just kidding, sorry, spoke too soon. I'm gonna load these on the train. And, oh my goodness me, I'm gonna put these Echidnas away, and the boat as well. And, oh my goodness me, I think Thomas is gonna have a, very hard time pulling a train carrying 2 emeralds. Temporarily, what a failure. Let me just jump cut for that one. Yep, he's derailed even further. Well, sorry about that one, Thomas. I'm just going to turn you off because it's not looking like a very nice state to look at. But I'm just going to put these 2 emeralds straight away into the packaging as soon as possible before I could make another clip. Well, you know what I'm going to say next, don't you? Jump cut. Okay, well, Thomas re-rolled himself already though, but the next one, of course, is another Knuckles the Echidnas thing put it here, and it's this one here. Here we can see Knuckles charging into a horde of ants, loitering around, preparing for trouble and making it double, like it is in Pokemon. Team Rocket from Pokemon, and they're ready to steal Knuckles' precious pink emerald, and this one here is called the Emerald Defensive Sack Escape 12-pack set, and it costs about £14. And on the back of the packaging, apart from the fact we've got little red dots on each side, well, on separate sides of the, flip-out toys that we're now making today, or every flip-out toy that we make during 2020. What's up with Thomas playing up these days? Surely this might be worse than Luke. Mind you, playing with toy trains in the bed is very risky, eh? I'll have to rejoin these Trackmaster tracks. These track joiners, they're just so weak. First, I've just looked at the clock and I've just looked at 8 seconds. Now it's like, freaking 15 seconds, or 16. Okay, let me just take a look at the back of the packaging here clearly. Okay, so we've got 2 box units. There's a sack, 1 Echidna, which is Knuckles, and it stretches into a magic ball. Well, stretches like a magic ball, not into a magic ball, sorry. We've got 1 mini pink emerald, which is much smaller than a regular one, which is green. And we've got 8 ant models, and not realistic ones. Oh, obviously, they're not real, indeed. And look what it says here. Protect the precious pink emerald for the Echidna again. Protect the precious pink emerald for the Echidna against the grey golden ants who try to, well, let's just say, oh my goodness, I don't know how am I going to say that one, eh? They tried to, I'll just say this. I can't read that, but let me just have a look here on what it says here. Raid and steal the emerald of preciousness. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say here. Let me try and read the whole description again. Protect the precious pink emerald for the Echidna again. The grey golden ants who try to raid and steal the emerald of preciousness. Yes, I'll say it again another time. Protect the precious pink emerald for the Echidna against the grey golden ants who try to raid and steal the emerald of preciousness. That's what it says here. Like so. Got a very weird anthropomorphic ant on that side here. Looks like that ant is quite curious about that precious pink emerald. But let me just take a look at what's inside. Very interesting artwork of some ants charging towards Knuckles the Echidna, who want to steal the precious pink emerald, as seen on these freaking Sonic X episodes here. Why do I think of Sonic X as a pretty Americanized TV show? Well, I know it's made in Japan, but pretty, well, let's just say, polarized TV show, but very popular. I mean, so bad, still good, pretty amazing. Let's take a look at the box, which is actually a sack. Okay, so in this box or sack, you get like 2 box units, and there's like a little precious master, well, let's just say mini master emerald, which looks like that. We've got a car in the background here. Okay, so it looks pretty rough and ready. It looks more crappier than those fantastic normal looking, you know, emeralds, of course, the green ones, but this one is a pink version here. In fact, I could make a red one here, because I don't know if I've looked at some episodes of Sonic X before. Well, as you were saying, I've got to go fast, otherwise it's too late. But anyways, that Master Pink Emerald is quite interesting to look at. Here we have some ants, which is very interesting here. If I get a bit of a close look here on these ants, you could use this as a very beautiful prank setting thing for kids and children and whatnot and stuff. And they're very complex. They've got 6 legs. Some of the legs are a bit offset, as what they should do when they stand up. But others, nevertheless, they all look nice. They all come in different, you know, they're all in the same colour with red eyes and grey bodies. They look like garden ants that we see in our country, of course, that I see in my gardens here. And just before I continue, I think Thomas has derailed. Okay, with Thomas being a massive derail here. Yes, I've derailed him, honestly. I'm going to stand all of the ants here. And this one here looks quite nice. Some of them have got different heads. And others have, like, different leg proportions. And I don't know if you can pose them, but they look quite, well, let's just say, not so realistic. A little bit like a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there is an ant Pokemon called Durant from Black and White. I'm pretty sure that's what's remind me of. But, well, sort of, or kind of, but not so much, eh? There's the other ant here. Okay, again, its legs. I think the middle leg here is probably the only grub here. It's a bit offset. It's not looking realistic as I should obviously expect, as I wanted to. There's the other one there. Okay, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty weird. Those tails at the back there, or abdomen. I'm not really that much of an entomologist, or maybe I am. Perhaps I would say I'm pretty sure the thorax part of the legs here is probably one of the other grubs, and possibly this section here, you know, the legs meet up with the thorax and also the head. Probably that back part here is the abdomen. Okay, so maybe, or the backbone. That's how some people call it. I have a backbone, and yes, we all know humans have vertebrae, which is of course their backbone, aka their spine, so maybe I might be wrong. Here's the other one there. And I think that's our last ant though. It looks pretty fat looking at ants. What a fat ant. Very weird, isn't it, eh? And I don't think all of them can stand up properly. I don't think all of them can just stand really, really well. In fact, that one has just taken a dive. There you go, it looks like one of the ants. It looks like they're fighting each other. It looks like they're confronting with each other, eh? But let's take a look at Knuckles the Echidna. Oh my goodness me, this looks so accurate to what you would obviously expect with Sonic the Hedgehog's rival, or friendly rival of course, Knuckles the Echidna, and mind you, the eyes look so accurate to what you would obviously see in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. The tail looks good, the tail looks so interesting to look at, very differently folded, and yes, it acts like a magic ball, and mind you, I must have made like this critter here, very similar to what I've actually expected with a very interesting instruction sheet where I had to make like one of these critters called an Echidna or a hedgehog. And the very trickiest part was I had to fold all these down like so, fold those tabs like that to give it the impression of a magic ball or a spiky ball, and that's what Echidnas, aka spiny anteaters, are like though. And yes, the Echidna is also known as a spiny anteater because it eats ants, and ants, well, they live in colonies, just like termites. My goodness me. Feels like I've got some antics going on here. Oh, do you get it? That's a great pun, eh? Sorry about that, eh? But anyways, so without further Echidna. Oh no! Why do I get that impression from? Sonic Adventure? Anyways, let's take a look at a Mario themed product, which is this product here. It's a Origami Dinosaurs, Monolophosaurus, multicolored Troop 12 pack. Now, do you remember I did the video which was all about the Dakotasaurus and the Dakota Raptor and the Utah Raptor product that I did, which was in a box, and I also did like a Such a Mimus 12 pack with fish and some Such a Mimus crocodile headed dinosaurs, which was pretty nice. Okay, this one here costs about £13.50. The Monolophosaurus multicolored Troop 12 pack. Why am I thinking of the game Monopoly? Monopoly! Sorry, I just keep on, mispronouncing myself, eh? But let's just take a look at the back of the packaging here. And oops, I was a bit loud, eh, when I said the word Monopoly. Yep, that was the video game I was thinking of, or... Well, yes, it's actually more of a board game. Well, there are some video games of Monopoly, but Monopoly is more of a board game, of course. I think that Tommy Track genre is a bit too mediocre, I think. I think that's what's causing Thomas to stop. But, anyways, we've got 12 different colour variations of Yoshi. And I think Yoshi's full name would be Theropod or T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas. So that's why I created these. And mind you, these guys made a very interesting and made a major appearance on not just Super Mario World with the green one. And yes, this packaging is dried up because, yeah, look at that. Look at the state of it. It looks pretty old and dried up. It looks pretty desiccated, that product. I think the stickiness is not working for me, eh? Not working for that packaging, of course. Yes, these guys were very familiar in Super Mario World as a single character, but I think in Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, when Mario was an infant, which was very annoying, of course, he made those screeching and wailing baby sounds, of course. Oh my goodness me, when he was in a bubble, of course, and probably that was the major reason why that game sold like, probably a quarter or maybe half the amount of copies as what we have expected from Super Mario World, which sold like 20.6 million copies, with Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, with at least around 4.3 million copies. I might be wrong, I don't know, but it looks quite interesting. Maybe about 10.6 or 10.3, I don't know. Anyways, here are the Yoshis. There's a blue one here with the same colour. The body is in fact the same colour as its eye. And yes, the jaws, yes, as I'm saying here, they've got the chompy jaw action here, very, very simple. Oh my goodness me, it looks pretty nice. They've got a very beautiful colorization of red and white for the shell to look like Yoshi. Ain't Yoshi like a turtle? Well, apparently he's not. Well, yes, I do hear some instances of Yoshi being a dragon, but he's obviously a dinosaur. In a sense, yes, he is a dinosaur in the looks of it, though. There's your familiar green Yoshi. Yoshi! Damn you, Yoshi, why did I create you? There's another one here, which looks very similar to the other Yoshi there. These two here look pretty identical here. There's a lime green version here, and this one here is much more of a much more brighter green. Okay, so it looks completely and utterly different. Two different shades of green. Yoshis, of course. Very, very nice. Hopefully this one stands up properly, eh? Oh, you know what? Maybe at the end of the video I should play, like, No Scrubs. I don't know why, but that's like a very interesting piece of 90s music. Oh, that was a bit close. I think Thomas is going to wreck you soon, eh? Oops, I forgot to show you where the Yoshis are. Didn't mean to... Yes, I've actually placed that Yoshi there, but I actually didn't know where it was. And mind you, I'm actually having trouble to get these Yoshis standing properly with Thomas running along, and I think he's obviously having a whole bunch of trouble running on this layout there, because there's like too many wagons. Maybe that's not that much, eh? But anyways, oh my goodness me, yep, you know what? Yep, we're derailed. We're gonna do another take here. We're not stopping here. Okay, you know what? I was feeling like I'm gonna do a favourite here, but I'm not here. Here's a green Yoshi there, which looks very similar to the other one there. And there's a brown one there. Okay, there's some very different colours here, right? One thing about, Yoshi is that, according to a game theory, which is one of the most interesting of all YouTubers here to watch, if you're very, very familiar with video games, of course, such as Mario, Pokemon, and Zelda. And mind you, these guys are all... I'm actually having trouble standing these guys, because, I think their legs... I don't think they're very... I think this one here, this light blue one, is actually having trouble to stand that well. Oh, I've just burped. Sorry about that one, eh? That's the common thing with toy reviews these days. I just burp and play with trains. Oh my goodness me. How am I going to stand this freaking Yoshi up? One thing about these Yoshis... yes, according to a game theory, I've actually watched one of these videos, and I've actually realised that according to a game theory, or the Game Theory YouTube channel, I've actually heard that Yoshi is based on the how can I say that dinosaur name? I think it's more like Monolophosaurus, which means single-crested or one-crested lizard, these guys had the ability to basically, well, reside in very lakeish yet oceanic areas. I think lakeish and watery areas, of course. Yes, like the Monolophosaurus, as it lives there. And one thing about these guys is that because of their, or let's just say, honky nose at the front part of the head, I think it really does reflect on how Monolophosaurus is a very similar dinosaur to the Yoshi that we all know and love. But I think it's all the evidence that I think that a game theorist has actually talked about. And I think these tails, they've seen pretty much 5 better days, of course. And to be quite honest, it's actually quite weird, isn't it, eh? Oh my goodness me, I'm actually standing up all the Yoshis here. That yellow one's seen 5 better days. Looks like his nose is being a bit bent. Oh, that's a bit agonising to look at. Yep, finally got the like we want to stand up quickly. The white one there, and the red one there. I'm just trying to stand these guys up as soon as possible, because I don't know how good or bad they are when they stand, but these guys look totally awesome. There's a pink one here, and mind you, Thomas is going to successfully make it through the land of Yoshis. Maybe not, because that brown one there is a bit close, I'd say. Yep, it's a bit too close. I'm going to put that pink one there, and we're going to put the, oh, so we had a collision here. A black one there, and the green one standing perfectly there, with the blue one standing like this. There you go, looks perfect, doesn't it, eh? Looks like these guys look so familiar. It's like, you know, all of the Yoshi games where Yoshi comes in, 11 different colours. That looks pretty amazing to look at. Very nice indeed. In fact, there was a grey version of Yoshi. Might try and make that in another video, but mind you, we've got loads and loads of Yoshis! Why am I doing these freaking noises here while I'm trying to kill all of these? Okay, it's time to go up there. Anyways, I'm just going to move this one away here, because we don't want Thomas. Oh, he's came off the rails here again. Let me do a jump cut, and I'll put these Monolophosauruses away. Okay, with Thomas re-railed onto the tracks again, and with the Monolophosauruses placed away in a packaging which has already been glued together like that, perfectly of course. We're going to take a look at some flip-up origami collecting with toys, which look like that. And this part here is called the Great Titties, or Great Tit Feeder Roosting Flock 12-pack. And it looks quite interesting. We've got some blue tits here, same price as these Yoshis here, £13.50. Once again, we've got the red coronavirus dot. Once again, as I said that word, perfectly of course, maybe I haven't. It looks like the Great Tits have got very weird pencil line eyes, as I've actually realised. Let's just take a look at what we have inside. I actually made a video last year about the blue tits on a previous video, and we're going to take a look at these Great Tits. And as you're saying, hold on to your tits. Well, not the other word, of course. The other word that relates into something male. But anyways, we're going to take a look at this beautiful looking bird. In fact, all of the birds are the same. So this is a Great Tit. And I think the 5-pack, there's also a 5-pack here. Yes, it's got black lines running down like so. It should have been there, because I think, that's where the legs are kept. Like so, perhaps. Anyways, it's got grey and white wing combinations here on the wings, of course, the patterns there. It's got a very nice eye detailing there. It's a bit weird, looks a bit distorted eye here, but on the other side it looks okay. I think, yep, that one here looks okay. It's got a blue tail, and it looks like it's got a green, green top here with some details which look like that. And I think Thomas has derailed though, and I think there's one problem here, is because I think he's got too many wagons, so I might probably remove these troublesome trucks and might go for the tanker wagons there, so that Thomas can pull the train nicely without causing that much chaos. And mind you, boy, I've got all the 12 Great Tits here, and I think this review is starting to get extremely hard to do so. Let's carry on. Oh my goodness me. Man, oh man, oh man. I think this is one of the stressful moments here that I could literally just make. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. Uh-oh. He's coming off the road. Oh! That was not meant to happen. Well, this video is getting a bit haywire, and I'm very sorry it's getting a bit rough and ready there at the moment there, because I'm struggling to take a look at these blue tits because Thomas is derailed. And I have to re-rail, Thomas back again, because I couldn't even get the tracks to join that well properly. Playing with trains is getting very risky when I'm playing with them at the bed. But we've got these beautiful and fantastic looking great tits here. And I've actually made these because, yes, I know they've got green tops here and blue details there. And I've also got grey wing bits like that. Or green and grey patterns like that. Very, very nice indeed. And I've actually made these because I've actually saw, before like 2 weeks ago in May, well actually 4 or 3 weeks ago in May, I must have seen one of these, and it was flying towards a tree somewhere where I think it was like in the scene. I must have seen it at the time when a workers truck came in. There was a truck that came in, and there was a great tit. Not a blue tit, but I think there was a great tit flying towards a tree there. Pretty interesting, isn't it, eh? Not often I see great tits though, compared to blue tits, but they look pretty interestingly awesome. Interestingly awesome. Oh my goodness me. Interestingly awesome. Interesting indeed. And I think Thomas is... Yeah, I think he's playing up though. I think it's the way that I often build layouts like that. Maybe I should try and find a way to build layouts properly in order to make videos as better as I can. As better as I could literally make, but this one here has got much more of a less looking green section here. Okay, hump, we're going to call it. I think the wings, they're not as great as I would obviously expect. I think these guys have seen far much better days because they've got like folded bits of wings and wingtips and stuff. Okay, this one here flaps pretty well. I don't know why I'm flapping over the birds here. Maybe I should have never flapped over the birds here because it would just be like a whole bunch of, time consumption being eaten off as a waste. It's like a compost, isn't it? But anyways, that's all I can say here. And not to forget, all of these guys have got the name Great Tit. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting at times. Anyways, I'm going to repack these guys as properly as this sounds. I mean, I would have expected to have videos as great as that to be running like so, but no, I don't think so. Oh my goodness me, it gets so tiring when I make videos like this these days. So tiring. Don't know how good or bad these toy reviews are, but yes, Thomas has came off the rails again. Oh no, he's coming off. Okay, let's move on to another product here, and I think I've also found another product here which is called the Great Tit Feeder Roosting Small Flock 5-pack. It costs about £6.50. It's a much more cheaper product here, and at the back of the packaging it's much more simplistic than before, and yes it is, very simplistic indeed as this sounds. I don't know why, I'm just going to take a look at these guys again because I just feel like that the 12-pack, well, as I performed, I just didn't feel like it was that great. These guys here, they might be performing as nice as they are, but strangely enough, they are less likely detailed. But once again, they've got the name Great Tit, which is very nice to see. And once again, as I said before, I've seen a great tit for the first time during quarantine, and I actually saw it at the time when there was a workers truck. And mind you, I have to come in and see it because, yes, I had to take them for some fresh air, but mind you, the very also interesting part to say is that I've obviously seen a whole bunch of birds. I've actually came towards the window there just to see what birds were there outside. And yes, I've seen like one great tit, maybe two great tits outside, and I don't know how many pairs of great tits are there breeding in this country at the moment there, but nevertheless these guys look totally awesome but also common at the same time. And mind you, these guys, as I might have said before, they can easily coexist well with blue tits and also cold tits, even though cold tits are more duller. Oh no! Well, Thomas has came off the rails once again. Well, I'm actually going to decide myself that I'm actually going to let Thomas pull like 3 tank wagons here, because I think it's those points that are causing the problems here. Maybe it's more easy to have Thomas pulling like 3 tanker trucks, and I think those joiners on the track there, those points there, they're not doing that well. Maybe it's because these trains don't like manual points compared to automatic ones. Maybe I'm just being a bit totally wrong here. But anyways, next product, speaking of birds, and British ones of course, we're going to take a look at a very interesting product here. It's called the European Common European Starling, colour variations 5-pack, £8.50. Once again, we've got the coronavirus pandemic dot here, or the red dot here, just to indicate that this product was made during the coronavirus outbreak. We've got some starlings here, different colour variations. We've got a juvenile one here, and is that a first winter one here? And I think these guys, there's actually a couple of differences between the male and the female starling here, as I've actually just realised. Let's just take a look. And I think Thomas is going to cause havoc here somewhere. As I'm just looking around, nope, no signs of chaos. Okay, so this is a male starling. Now, one way to tell the difference between a male and a female starling is that these guys here, the male ones here have actually got like a grey piece of detailing on the front of their beaks. But with the females there, they've just got a plain yellowish beak there, which looks like that. And they've got beautiful looking brown eyes. That's what starlings have. This one here, I think, is more of a, it's a first winter. It's a first winter starling. Looks very similar to that of a juvenile starling, but with the same adult-like colorizations here. Okay, let's take a look at the winter one here, which is basically the adult one, of course. And mind you, I must have placed purple all of them, because I feel like that these guys have purple on the top, but that's actually a mistake. Yep, Thomas has derailed once again. I'm going to have to re-rail him back. Well, anyways, we're going to show you what this juvenile starling looks like. It's all plain brown. Okay, very plain brown. And yes, I've just re-railed Thomas after he just got knocked and just got derailed onto the trash can. And mind you, I've never heard trains derail like that. But mind you, this juvenile starling looks pretty agile. Whoa, look at that. Very, very agile flying here, guys. Very agile indeed. Even the winter ones as well. It looks pretty cool. And mind you, whenever you see these guys during winter, they can create some very big murmurations in the sky. Amazing. And yes, they all have pink feet, which is one thing I should have shown you. And also all of these guys contain beautiful colour combinations of green and purple and also brown and orange. Sorry Thomas, didn't mean to do that. Anyways, let's take a look at a flipped up Dinosaurs theme product here. It's this one here. Parasaurolophus herd and duck coloured variations 12-pack, £14.50. I could have done like an ultimate review of flipped up dinosaur toys, but I'm just going to mash up with other products here because I didn't have that much time. Not all colours are seen here in this artwork, which is very interesting to hear. That's a very interesting Parasaurolophus, looking like a female mallard. And I think Thomas has came off the rails. Maybe this Thomas has seen far much better days. Let me just go ahead and unpack this and see what dinosaurs we've got here. See what Parasaurolophus dinosaurs that we have now. Oh boy, boy. Looks pretty cool indeed. And oh my goodness me, that's very, very nice. You get different colour variations. This one here looks like a... You know what, this looks like a mandarin duck, eh? A male mandarin duck. For sure. Looks pretty nice. There's a, what's this? Is that like, I don't know, is that, I can't remember. I'm not quite sure which duck species they are. This one here looks like a potsherd, or red-crested potsherd coloured duck here. Parasaurolophus, sorry. I call them ducks because, you know, they are duck-billed dinosaurs after all. Yeah, it's very weird, these dinosaurs. They all look like ducks. It's very, very accurate detailing and design. Someone must have placed a lot of effort. Yep, Thomas has derailed again. Placed a lot more effort to basically detail all of these dinosaurs along the way here. And mind you, these guys look totally fantastic. Let me re-rail Thomas. Well, with Thomas re-railed again, we've got a mallard duck coloured one here. Like that. Okay, so it looks pretty nice. I think all the Parasaurolophus here, they're all smiling. They've all got the same face. Pretty sure they've got different coloured eyes as well. And they can stand in either 2 legs or 4 legs, which doesn't matter to all of them, which is very nice indeed. There's a female mallard one here. Oops, sorry about that one, Thomas. Jeez, we're having a lot of mishaps, more so than the other video that I've made last week when it was pouring down with rain. Today it's a lot more drier and a bit more humid. It's actually been warm and humid, but... well, yes, it was sunny, but I don't think we had that much rain. And it was also quite cloudy as well. And we've got... oh my goodness me, there's different duck species here. Not going to stand all of them because I don't feel like there's not much time. There's a very weird looking duck here, eh? A duck-like dinosaur. I would say it's like a... yes, these guys are all Parasaurolophus ones, of course. Don't know my duck species that much. This one here looks like a goosander. Maybe this one also looks like a goosander. Or shelduck, I don't know. These guys look pretty nice. Looks like these guys are obviously the same, eh? This one here looks like a duckling. Okay. Very, very nice. And then we've got an eclipse plumage mallard. A male one, of course. All brown. And mind you, these guys look totally awesome in the way that they are made. Very beautiful. I could make like a 5-pack of these guys, which is very, very nice. Very, very cool looking dinosaurs, even though they are bland because they're herbivorous dinosaurs, but mind you, these guys are so cool. In fact, they all, overall, in a sense, these guys were all detailed after ducks. And that's very nice to see because they're all duck-billed dinosaurs. I'm actually having a bit of trouble just repacking all these because I want to fit all these guys in desperately before midnight. Oh my goodness me. Maybe I could just put Thomas away though and just give it a lot more quietness in this toy over here and a lot more accurateness. Okay, that's this product done. Straight there. Oh yeah. Next product we're going to take a look at is this. Might take a look at 2 products, of course. We've got a Brontosaurus herd and miscellaneous colour variations, 12-pack, £13.95. And I've also got a 5-pack version of these guys here as well, which looks very similar. 12 colour variations. I've got another one of these, which is like this product here. £8.95. It's, once again, it's a 5-pack. It's a much cheaper product. We've got 2 different versions of Brontosaurus. I've actually, these guys aren't seen on the other packaging here. Or other product there, and it looks like its tail, this one here, this female one there, looks like it hasn't got its tail coloured in properly though. And Thomas is derailed again. Maybe it's best if I could do a jump cut or not. Time will tell. Oh, sorry, no jump cut this time. Anyways, let's just start on what we have at the moment, eh? And just unpack all of these Brontosauruses. I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about the colours, but mind you, these guys look totally awesome. I think these guys might be more easier than the other dinosaurs I'm going to take a look at in this video because they've all got 4 legs. And I don't know how I'm going to stand these guys up. Okay. Oh, that's not going to work that well. Well, with Thomas derailing so many times in this video, I don't know how good or bad these dinosaurs are. It looks like we've got different colour variations here. I'm not going to talk about that one much because it's going to take a very long time. But these guys, I must have detailed them so well. Oh my goodness me. I'm just going to, maybe just run Thomas for a bit there and just maybe continue this video without Thomas or not though. If we are successful or not. Looks like we've got different colours of Brontosaurus, which is chronically nice. And mind you, this is totally awesome. Totally awesome. Yes, it looks so nice indeed. At the best and worst of times. Maybe you can inflate these dinosaurs as well though. Stretch these guys out and make them stand properly if you want to. How about this one here? I think these guys probably stand very well at their best. Oh goodness me, they absolutely stand well. It works. Maybe this one here as well. It looks like, oh my goodness me, this is like Jurassic Park. Maybe I could whistle this whole song along the way, eh? Okay, that was just terrible. Maybe it wasn't, for you guys, But these guys, overall, I think they've got chompy jaw actions, like the theropods, or maybe not. Okay, maybe like these YOSHI dinosaurs. Oh, Monolophosaurus, sorry. All of these guys look pretty nice, and other dinosaurs, the other products, the raptors and also the Saccharomyrmex dinosaurs. Okay, it looks very, very nice. I might probably repack them into separate products after I've sanded these guys up. Hopefully Thomas doesn't derail at this part of the video. They all come in different colours. It's all miscellaneous, isn't it, though? And to be quite honest, one thing I could say about dinosaurs is that they can come in all varieties and all colours, because we all don't know what colour dinosaurs were at their time. And it's very interesting, isn't it, though? Very interesting indeed. Feels like a very huge stampede, or a very huge herd of, Apatosauruses or Brontosauruses. Very weird, and Thomas is now derailing. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, it doesn't look good, doesn't it? Doesn't look good. Come on, we're gonna stand the whole dino herd. Oh my goodness me, Feels chronically weird. Oh my freaking god. Oh, you know what? This is so frustrating at times to stand these freaking sauropods out. And looks like Thomas doesn't derail, which is nice. I think that's all I can do. All I can do. Anyways, time to probably pack these dinosaurs away. Well, before I should actually repack these guys, I'm going to take a look at what colours were they. Maybe these guys were there, of course. Oh, maybe not that one. Probably this one here. Okay, so I might repack these. That one there, of course, that was from a 12-pack. Let me just repack some of them though. These ones there, those were from a 12-pack. Yep, those ones there. That one there as well. I think this one also came from a 12-pack. Those ones there, the rest of these, let's just put them back. So where they belong. And I think the rest of these guys, they go in the 5-packs. My goodness me, maybe it's just a different design thing, or the same colorization thing, but different design thing that catches my eye. The packagings, I think they've seen far much better days because they've all dried up. Maybe they aren't. Perhaps. Get the 5-packs in. Hopefully as Thomas performs gently, of course, in this layout. Maybe I should have put, one thing I could have placed, maybe a slower battery in Thomas, so that he could have placed, being placed with a small battery, I think he could have ran a lot much more better than before, or now. Okay, that's these products done, like so. There's some more dinosaur products here. Oh! I didn't expect that again. Oh! Well, Thomas just lands on the trash can and just gets himself derailed. That was never meant to happen, Couple yourself together, Thomas. Couple yourself together. Here we go. Next dinosaur product is this. The DERAILMENTS 5-pack. It is a 5-pack, of course, but there's not much detailing here. I'm just going to put it like this. DERAILMENTS 5-pack. As simple as it is. I don't know why, but the product costs about £12.50. Looks pretty nice, isn't it, And it looks quite nice, as I said earlier. Gotta go fast! Look what it says here. Oh yeah, reminds me of Sonic X. My goodness me, and here are the colours of the dinosaurs that we get. And I think that grey and black one here is pretty realistic because it reminds me of a rhea, which is like a flightless bird from freaking South America. And that's why I've made these guys like so. Yes, these guys are theropods. They're designed after ostriches, emus. And mind you, these guys, once again, they've got chompy jaw actions, of course. Very, very nice. I was going to do, as I said earlier, an Ultimate Dinosaurs toy review, but I decided not to. Because I just feel like I want to review all of the toys as fast as I can. And as just before the 15th of June, which is tomorrow. I might probably assemble that video. As I'm doing it from now on, which is the 14th of June, as I'm making here. Therefore, it's quite tricky to get this one, like so. And there's actually quite a lot of colour variations. We've got red and white, orange, the red coloured one and the yellow one, as well as the green one, of course. There you go. These are the colours. Remind me of Gallimimus. Remember that scene in Jurassic Park where there was a stampede of Gallimimus and they were acting like a flock of birds, and then, you know, there was that scene where, you know, T-Rex came in and just, you know what, clobbered one of the Gallimimuses and then rips it into shreds and then eats it for its own meal. Yummy. Very interesting rip of Gallimimus here. Rheomimus is such a perfect looking dinosaur name. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness me. I'm actually getting into dinosaurs just a bit now, guys, eh? Just re-rolling Thomas here, because I think it's those points. Maybe I should have just reconfigured the train set with, you know, more points there. You know, those sections there, there should have been, these curved tracks should have been removed and then just replaced with, you know, actual switches or points. Last dinosaur product, before I move on to some birds, I hope, we're going to take a look at this product here. It's a, oh, it looks like a Dodongo from Legend of Zelda, but it's actually a Protoceratops. Very, very nice dinosaur. We've got a very nice swishy tail action here. Okay, it looks very, very nice. Very interesting mouth action here, chompy jaw mouth action thing here. And the question is, does this dinosaur stand? And I'm pretty sure simple answer is no, maybe yes. Because I've tested this dinosaur before and it standed really well. Oh, maybe it did stand it that well. Let's try to do it again. Well, maybe I think the mouth is the best way to do so. I would say the mouth is the best part to make it stand up properly. Oh, I've just burped. That doesn't stand up well, but anyways, it's got a very weird ceratopsian head, like a Triceratops. Very miniature one, and it looks so simplistic. And mind you, when I've made origami dinosaurs, I initially thought I'm going to keep it the same way, but no, I'm going to make this, whatever it is, this Protoceratops dinosaur, the Dodongosaurus, I could have called it, but I'm going to keep it as a Protoceratops because that's what this dinosaur is supposed to be. Anyway, hopefully this guy could probably stand. Well, actually, I think there is a way to stand this guy properly here. Just maybe inflate, probably stretch its feet. Might stand well. Will it? Maybe it wouldn't. I've tested this guy before. I've made this video, and I think he's standing pretty well. Let's see if he does well. Let me see if he does stand properly though. Oh, he does stand well. That's very nice of you. Anyways, let's get you back all the way. Oh no! Thomas is gonna... Oh no, he's gonna club at Protoceratops, and he's down once again. Oh boy, 3 more products to go, eh? Let's take a look at this product here, the male reefed hornbill flocking troop 5-pack, £7.95. And I chose this product here because, oh, I forgot to put the little red dot here, which is meant to represent that I've made these products during the Corona pandemic. Okay, Thomas is derailed, but I'm just going to put a little red dot on the reefed hornbill 5-pack product here. And mind you, I'm going to re-rail Thomas right now. It's so stressful, isn't it, when I just keep on re-railing Thomas. Okay, back of the packaging looks like that. Okay, very simple to say that. Okay, it looks pretty nice. Very, very highly detailed. Let's get these guys out. And I think I might have seen these birds. I think the reason why I've made these products is because I might have seen these birds at a local zoo in Malaysia. And mind you, these guys were totally exotic as heaven. Exotic as heaven because I've never seen these birds before in the wild. But I've seen these guys in captivity and they look really, really cool. So they've got black wings and black bottoms. We've got a siren in the background. Oh my goodness me, we've got green lines there. Yellow details like so. Brown and grey beak patterns like so. And we've got the other one, we've got 5 of these of course. We've got like a pink or purple eye ring there. And we've got what looks like to be a brown eye. Beautiful indeed. And a white tail with grey feet at the back. Very simple. And I think there's some of these guys, I've also noticed that some of these also had pencil detailings instead of pen detailings because the felt tip marker I've used, the big one of course, has suddenly ran out of ink. So that's why it's not running as usual, I would say. running as usual, I see. Sorry about that one, Robotnik. Why did I steal your line of snooping as usual, I see, which makes up for the Fingers meme. Oh my goodness me, I could say that one forever, eh? Fingers! But anyways, there's another piece of detailing I've also forgot. It's the little brown detail, which is basically a little piece of brown line on the side of its neck, like so. Indeed. Oh yeah. Wow, would you look at that? Look at that reef hornbill fly. Oh yeah. Let me repack up all of these because I think we're going to be quick as Sonic, as I would say. Because I am dressed up as blue. And yes, mind you, I have got blue clothes today. And mind you, I feel like I'm Sonic now. And Thomas isn't feeling like Sonic because he's travelling a bit slow. Sorry about that one, Thomas. I was trying to get the packaging into the box here of all that goodness. Let's go ahead and take a look at this product here. In fact, it looks quite nice. It's called the Black-Headed Gull Small Summer Roost 5-pack, £7.95. Same price as the other, toys as I recently reviewed, and it looks quite nice. We've got a very big-headed black-headed gull with a small one on the background. And mind you, even though I've actually haven't reviewed that much products compared to the 16th of that Origami Flapping Bird toy review, which was pretty ultimate and pretty big and massive. Oh my goodness me, remember that video with the EH500 train? That was so hilarious making it. Anyways, these are black-headed gulls, and I actually haven't made these guys for a very long time because I must have basically seen these guys for the very last time. The last time I saw these guys was on the 17th of March 2020, just before schools were closed and the coronavirus pandemic took everything over. And mind you, it was St. Patrick's Day too. Not the number 2, but 2 as well. And also these guys, there's actually 2 variations of the black-headed gull. There's an adult summer version, and there's also a first summer version of the black-headed gull. And it's very different to tell, very difficult sometimes to tell, very different to tell, as I'm saying the word different, not difficult to tell, because these guys have a black tail. Not only that, they also have brown detailing, very reminiscent of a first winter black-headed gull. And this one here is just a plain adult black-headed gull with no brown on the wings and no black tail ends like that. And I think these detailings would have been faded or gone, completely by late summer. Very interesting to say. Very interesting to say indeed. And I do love the artwork on the packaging, which makes it very spazzy. Very, very spazzy. Well, with a few products to go, one more product last but by no means least, as this toy review almost comes to an end. Last but by no means least, this product here. It's the small Asian brown-headed gull breeding, or should I say fishing and breeding, block 12-pack. £12.99 or £13. Much more expensive than the other Flapping Bird products and also the other black-headed gull. Yes, there is already a species of gull called the brown-headed gull. And mind you, the black-headed gull is of course the brown-headed gull, but not. And I think its Latin name is called Croicocephalus ridibundus, whereas this one here, the brown-headed gull from Asia, is called Croicocephalus brunicephalus. And Thomas is going to do well. Thomas is going to do well. Any moment now. Oh, it's stuck. Let me just do a jump cut before I just feel like I'm going to re-roll Thomas again. I'm going to abandon Thomas one more time or not. Oh dear. Okay, with Thomas the Tank being much more of a fairly great player now on the rows there, let's take a look at the fishies there first. The naked carp, of course. They are designed after the naked carp because of the way they have been designed. And you're probably thinking, why hasn't this video got any sound? And not only that, why is it a watermark linking to Clydio? Which is, of course, a watermark link to the company or where it resides. And if you don't know what Clydio is, it's basically a video editing software, more specifically an online one, of course, where you can basically change different styles of videos. And one thing about Clydio is that it's basically the site that I actually grabbed one of these videos and changed to one of them to have no sound. And what I'm actually trying to say is that I've actually got one of the clips which had a very faulty sound quality. And mind you, the sound quality on the webcam that I've been using, being the Logitech one, is very adequately poor, okay? And because it's quite an old webcam, it's not as great as what you obviously expect from HD video cameras these days. So you get the message here, and I get the message here. In fact, I have created this message here, but I've got a funny feeling that this camera here was running like hell. And why was that? Well, yes, it was making a whole bunch of noise, similar to that of what I would obviously expect from an old television, of course, making stuttering noises, and that, of course, was doing my head in, and that really cheesed me off, though. Hopefully this isn't going to be a video that will cheese people off by just having random noise on a video webcam from Logitech. But nevertheless, as you can see here, I'm flapping on one of these birds here, and to be quite honest, the bird that I've actually made of is a replica of a brown-headed gull, which is a much more heavier species of the black-headed gull, and it's more of a cousin to the black-headed gull, and normally found in Asia as well. In fact, there's already a species called a brown-headed gull, and another in South America called the brown-hooded gull, which also looks like the black-headed gull, but more likely a doppelganger living in South America. The brown-headed gull overall looks very similar to all the other gulls that are from, well, let's just say, all over the world, like the grey-headed silver, red-billed, black-billed, and of course the black-headed gull, and many of the other Quaquecephalus type seagulls that I often remember, and I've been meaning from this one for a very long time. To be quite honest, the meaning of Quaquecephalus means laughing head, and that's one thing I've actually realised, and that's one thing that I've actually learned in Latin. But yes, that's just me being a bit of a scientific ornithologist, eh? Yes, I don't tend to speak that well in the camera, and mind you, as you may have noticed before on my previous videos, when the camera is rolling, I don't often speak as well as I would literally expect to be. Hopefully this video might have pulled off so much better than other previous videos on YouTube, and I know it's so sad that I had to put this video with a clip that used to have sound, but it doesn't have it anymore. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe for more videos on YouTube, and I know the best thing to do, as I can say here, yes, I just threw that toy here. Yes, that was just me being a bit of an antic, eh? A classic antic on YouTube. You know, my normality, eh? But hey, because we're in new virus times, or coronavirus times, mind you, it feels like, oh, that's me doing the thumbs up. Yes, you gotta like this video here, guys. You gotta like this video here. So anyways, as I said before, please go ahead and subscribe, but also give this video a like as well. And mind you, Thomas has came off the rails once again as well. That's not a good look, but it happens all the time when I'm making this video right now. Anyways, I have to stop speaking here, and I'm really sorry this video has taken so long that I'm literally clicking. Yes, I just clicked. Yes, I don't know what to say here, but anyways, I think I said enough here, and I'm going to say next time to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and goodbye for now.